I'm gonna cry. I do this every time I think about it.
You could see just how kind of bad he was hurt. It just kind of shows you that he could still have so much love for people.
He ended up becoming the saviour of Thailand's street dogs.
Welcome along to this week's video. I'm here with Cindy Crawford. We're going to take you through what has been an incredible year for the street dogs here at Happy Doggo Land. We're going to talk about saving tens of thousands of dogs, feeding hundreds of thousands of dogs, some amazing recoveries, some wonderful characters like Cindy Crawford. It's been a wonderful year and I think you've all been part of it, so this is for you guys. I think one of the things that I'm most proud of this year is feeding 800 dogs every single day of the year. The lovely team of Thai ladies who cook the food, headed up by PFA, then it's delivered around the island. The volunteers, the shelters who get it, they hand it out every single day. So 800 dogs are getting one of those meals. And if you add that up, it's actually, I think nearly 300,000 meals have been served this year to dogs. Sterilising dogs is hands down the most important thing we do. Come on, off the road. Up off the road. Come on, everybody. The only way that we're going to be able to solve the problem globally is by sterilising the dogs. Now we've managed to do 2,300 this year. If you take it very roughly, like maybe 10 dogs per dog's sterilised, that means we've saved 30,000 dogs this year. But the very exciting thing is next year, we're sterilising 1,500 dogs every single month. Usually when we've had a few tough days here at the land or things are just like, it's hard work with the dogs, we'll be like, okay, we need to do something amazing and fun. I think we brought the dogs toys this year, fried chicken one day, they've had sausages, like we just do big treat days for the street dogs. Derek's had an unbelievable year. End of last year, we didn't think he'd survive, but he's bounced back. Later in the year, we gave him his golden ticket, which meant that he could stay here forever. He wasn't going to have to go back on the streets. And then we gave him a platinum ticket, because unfortunately he got a little bit sick, so he's actually living on my couch. So it's been a wonderful year for Derek. Obviously, you don't have a year where everything goes to plan. We've lost some dogs. I think the first one was Giuseppe. He's a dog that I'd fed on the streets and he had no more mobility. So we brought him in. I think he lasted about 3.5 months. Obviously on my own personal level, it's a very sad year. Snoop, my own dog who I've had for 11, 12 years, passed away. It was quite a tough ending for him. But just a week beforehand, probably the biggest event of the year, Tina had passed away. Tina was just the most incredible dog. She only showed up in about February. She only lived for 6 months. I still remember the phone call, the hit by the news that Tina had late stage kidney failure, stage 3. She had the most amazing 6 months of her life. It really was. She couldn't have had a better time, but I would give anything for just one more day with Tina.
Oh, the other pot.
One of the biggest parts of the year was the adoptions. King Whacker, Hope, Little Rodney. Later in the year, McMuffin went. Brad Pitt went to America. For me, seeing them in their new homes was like Christmas Day. It's been a crazy year, but if you told me this time last year that a little dog would walk into the land here and invite herself in, she's called Buttons, she'd been abandoned just over there in the jungle. If you told me a year ago that I would be delivering that dog to Liam Gallagher, the lead singer of Oasis and solo artist, I wouldn't have believed you. I mean, every dog getting a home is special, but that one for me was just like a real, I still don't even believe it's true, that Buttons, the tiny little dog from the jungle, is living with superstar Liam Gallagher, although she's the superstar as well. We've also rehomed lots of dogs in Thailand. So in total, I think we're at 75 dogs rehomed now since we started. A really, really lovely story was Lady and Mick Jagger. So 2 dogs, a lovely man called Jamie, and he came here to retire, and he always wanted a couple of dogs, and he likes the older dogs, which is just amazing because they're the ones who don't get a chance. Nobody really wants the older, sick dogs, but he, being the angel that he is, decided to take them on. So first off was Lady, who we'd found on the streets. Her back was twisted, she was crawling in fleas. And once he took her in, there was also little Mick Jagger, who's just the cutest dog. He's a very old dog, and he thought that Lady could do with a friend. So that's 2 dogs who've been rehomed on the island. One of the coolest things of the year was the reunions around the book. So writing the book was always going to be exciting. It was really, really hard work, but it got published in the summer, and I went over to the UK. And the first thing I had to do there was a TV show called This Morning. And who comes out? Only hope. Here's a dog who'd been shot with a nail gun. I found her just up at the place where I feed, and here she was in the middle of a TV studio. I couldn't believe it. And then what happened was the producers actually sort of took me out the back, and I thought we were going to take a photo or something. And then I walk out and there's Whacker and Lottie and Rodney, just a collection of dogs, and I just couldn't believe it. All the other stuff we talk about, feeding dogs and sterilisation, they're amazing. It's what we need to do. But when you see one dog like Whacker, especially, who's just had his head smashed open in Thailand, and then here he is with a happy family, like, it was just a really special moment. In the UK, there was also Walking the Dogs. That was just something like I've never seen. Again, I still can't believe it's real. And I always remember we're going to the one in Dublin, which is Phoenix Park. And we were like, how many will be there? We thought maybe like 200-300, and I think there must have been over 1,000. One of the nicest nights of my life, I would say. Just stayed there till about, I think, 9 or 10 o'clock at night, just talking to people, taking pictures, and met so many just unbelievable people. Then there was also going to America. The book tour was amazing, going to San Francisco and LA and New York, meeting loads of people. For me, the highlight was getting Bubba Cranberry. He was a dog who showed up. We got him adopted. He came to Central Park, hadn't been able to find a home, so the community helped find him a home. So obviously this place last year was like still pretty much basic. We had one small play area and the suites where we keep the dogs, but there wasn't much else, so we've been growing that over the last year. I think it looks really pretty now, which was always the goal. I always wanted to make it a place that was restful and peaceful, because you go to a lot of dog sanctuaries and they're quite stressful for the humans and the dogs. So we're on the way to achieving that. We've added in like solar power, we've added in water. We're trying to just grow it as we can, and I think it's a really nice place to spend time. Another great thing that I've really enjoyed this year has been working with Sybil. Sybil's a human doctor actually, but she's got disabled dogs, and learning from her and seeing how she treats the disabled dogs and sort of partnering up has been a beautiful thing for me to see, because I think we do some good stuff here with the dogs, but the stuff she does is at another level. So one of the later arrivals this year is Cindy. She's a wonderful dog, but morbidly obese. She was 95 pounds, about 45 kilos. She's lost 8 kilos already. She was on the street about to die a miserable, lonely death, and now she's the centre of attention here at Happy Doggo Land, and we all love her. We're also now helping dogs in a second country, Bali, Indonesia. We're helping Bali Paws, which is an organisation there to sterilise dogs. Lovely lady called Desi, who's very passionate about dogs. And yeah, we're rolling out a sterilisation programme there and helping her in the local community. So to think that the mission is spreading is really, really exciting. There's more countries to come, more locations, and that's been the big step forward. It's a global problem and we need to fix it everywhere, and we'll get there. I think sitting here this time next year, we might even be in more countries. So it's an exciting time. An amazing part of this year that I didn't plan or didn't see coming or anything has just been the community involvement and what people have done. Like this t-shirt is a drawing that has been done. There's postcards, I've got paintings, I've got the colouring book out at the moment that was done by a lovely lady in the community. So one of the main reasons for making this video is I think it's great to look back and remember, but I also wanted to make it as a way of saying thank you. Like, so many people have followed, supported, shared, bought the book, donated, written kind messages. The support, it feels like a movement, and it really, I never take that for granted. I really just am so thankful for the support. So thank you, thank you, thank you times a million, not from me, but from the dogs, because we've saved tens of thousands of dogs now. So it's a wonderful, wonderful year. But next year will be even better.